Hello. I'm going to go over some sample size ones. So for the sample size, you want to open the Excel spreadsheet minimum sample size. Now there's three different things. First one, if you're given the standard deviation, then we use right here, we plug in these three. So if you're given standard deviation, you use this, sample size will be here. If you're not given the standard deviation, then you always plug in right here, margin of error and confidence level. This third part down here, if you're plugging in these two and you're given a preliminary proportion, then you plug it in here. If you're not given this one, then your answer's right here. So I'll go over one of each at least. So we look at number one. You want to obtain a sample to estimate the population mean. Based on previous evidence, you believe the population standard deviation to be this. So, well, that means we're using the one on the right because we were given standard deviation. You would like a 95% confidence and estimate to 2.5. So the margin of error is what your estimate is within, and that's the 2.5. The confidence level was, I forgot what it said, 95, so 0.95. And preliminary standard deviation, 28.4. And so then here's your answer. Always round up no matter what that decimal is. 496. So that is the ones if a standard deviation is given. And that's the first few. Standard deviation. Standard deviation. Number 5. Number 6. Standard deviation. Okay. So number 7. Move this over. There we go. A political candidate has asked you to conduct a poll to determine what percentage of people support her. If the candidate only wants a 4% margin of error at 90% confidence level, what size of sample does she need? So we were only given two things, these two. And their percents, you need to write them as decimals. So margin of error, 0.04. And confidence level, 0.9. Always round up, 423. And the same thing with the next one. And this one you're given a proportion. I wanted to show a different one. There it is. Okay, so number 12. A pollster wishes to estimate with a 99% confidence level the portion of people who approve of how President Trump is performing in his job. Find the minimum sample size necessary to achieve a margin of error of less than 3%. So here we want to put 0.03 because that's our percent written as a decimal for margin of error. Our confidence level is 0.99. Assuming no previous estimates are available, round your answer to the next integer. So by putting these two in, we get 1,844. You have to round up. So it's 1844. Part B says, assuming a previous estimate of 0.2, round your answer up to the next integer. So this one's giving us a previous estimate, a preliminary population proportion. When that happens, then we plug it in here, 0.2. And then our sample size is a little smaller. because we have an idea of where it's going to round. But again, still round up, so 1180. And those are all of the types. So you just have to be careful what you're given, and that's what part you'll plug it into.